Macy's incoming CEO, Tony Spring, has gone on record calling Bloomingdale's Macy's quote unquote growth vehicle. According to CNBC, Spring told CNBC's Jim Cramer the company is leaning into the recent success of Bloomingdale's. Spring said in the interview with Cramer that the company's smaller versions of Bloomingdale's, known as Bloomies, have been successful, and that it's, quote, all about curation of product and the delivery of a better experience for the customer. Retail is theater, end quote. Spring also said, Bloomingdale's is our growth vehicle. That doesn't come at the exception of Macy's, because we're talking to different customers and we obviously can learn from one another without becoming one another. So, Anne.
Yes.
Scheels is getting bigger. Bloomie's is getting smaller. Scheels is getting bigger. Bloomingdale's getting smaller. What do you think?
Smaller.
Is Spring right in his call out that this is a growth vehicle for them? What do you think?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think you look at, for the longest time, you've had Nordstrom taking all the share in this space. They have been, condensing the sizes of their stores so that they can be in more places. We've seen concepts like Nordstrom Locals, and I think there's enough TAM to have another player in the mix. And that's why Bloomingdale's has been seeing such success with this. So I'd say, like, even if it's just another destination, even for the purposes of picking up product that you're ordering online from Bloomingdale's and trying on, like Nordstrom's done with their rack stores. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've used that service alone just to avoid like going to the large Nordstrom that's 25, 30 minutes from us. Like, I think this is a great opportunity for Bloomingdale's to really continue to expand and to get penetration in markets that they're not already in. Plus, I also like the potential. They haven't started talking about this yet, but I still like the potential for the off-price sector that they haven't started exploring yet with this smaller format Bloomie's concept too. Like, you see how well Nordstrom Rack does in those markets. And I think that, like, the more Bloomingdale's there are, you have more inventory that's out there. You have potential for like an off-price market that I think would be a step above like the TJX or Marshall's offering that is there right now. So I think there is, I agree, there's a ton of growth potential here. That's an extrapolation too. And VC alert, you dropped TAM in that. You said TAM, and TAM.
Wow. First time ever, I think you've used that acronym, TAM. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh man, I got to keep up. I got to keep up with you today, man.
I know.
Jesus. All right. So, here's my thoughts. Like, so people are going to accuse me of talking out of both sides of my mouth after last week and the incredible shade I threw at Macy's. But I got to tell you, I'm not talking out of both sides of my mouth. And it comes back to what I said before. It comes back to the why, Ann. And the why in this case is around access to the Bloomingdale's experience. Macy's has over 500 stores throughout the US. Bloomingdale's, I looked it up, has 35.
Yeah,
35.
It's not enough.
That's not enough, which means most of America has never experienced the high-end shopping of Bloomingdale's, of what it's like to shop a high-end experience of Bloomingdale's. So Macy's will continue to get squeezed in the middle by off-price, Target, Walmart, but Bloomingdale's, they can occupy the high end. Yeah. And they can go smaller. They can lever up the truly differentiated aspects of the customer experience in more locations and in a right-sized business model that works for the 21st century and works for 21st century America and can be located where the consumers are. I see no risk to this side of the strategy. So I think he's dead right. And hopefully he's the right guy to lead this, because we have not been kind to Macy's leadership over the last few years. But, I was asked, like, what would you do? And I said, like, I would actually do what this guy's doing. I think this makes sense. Right. Yeah, I agree. Like, what is there a purpose for Macy's still? Like, I think Bloomingdale's has the most potential. They are the biggest growth opportunity for that group right now. I think you're 100% right. We need more Bloomingdale's, and I will be there to shop them when I get one. I mean, I would definitely make that part of them. If we had one like up here on Fifth, like for those that don't know, 50th in France, we live very close to it. It's a nice area, and there's really small, great stores. If we had one, I would be in there all the time. 100% I would. All right. We're lobbying for it, Chris. We'll see if it happens. I'm crossing my fingers. Yeah, Dina Vic, make it happen. Yeah. All right.